We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a play fake here on first down. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. 3rd and 2, now Taylor. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The first carry for Patrick DeMarco. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Forced out to his left. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone.
Mayfield on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. E.J. Gaines the one that time to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here we go now.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And he knocks the ball away, and and it falls incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
Green 39.
On third down, Mayfield. They shakes him off. That's Njoku over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had converted to being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
All right, here we go.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear.
And McCoy loses the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Chris Ivory with his first carry. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll sneak it with Taylor. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This time Taylor will throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Pitch it out to McCoy. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And he fires one, but incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Green 39.
2nd down, Mayfield. Over the middle, Julian Edelman, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go.
1st down, Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Mayfield looks to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Gone, 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 gone.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Slow.
Now Taylor back into his end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. The pitch comes to Ivory. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. To throw is Taylor. To throw from his end zone. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really...
Taylor hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
They'll run with Chubb, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Gun. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
On the return, here's Marcus Murphy. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot.
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes our score 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Now it's Murphy. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's McCoy. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first two plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Taylor. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this.
Now let's go! 3-19!
Handoff comes to Chubb, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And they'll have his man. That's Edelman. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Here we go now.
Gives it to the up back. That's Patrick DeMarco. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Here we go now.
Mayfield now. Being chased out, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now Mayfield dumps this to his running back, Chubb. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Gonzalez puts this one through. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bills have recovered.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, all these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. Following the fumble recovery, it's Taylor. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Willis in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. 3rd and long, it's Taylor. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And again, it's Chubb. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Blue 90. Detroit.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. An ideal beginning of the drive there is they'll get 20 and a 1st down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Martavis Bryant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland 1st. This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the gun, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And that takes us from second to third down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
On third down, Mayfield. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenneth Acker. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. He was looking for Edelman there.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, it's Taylor. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
On third down, Taylor. This will be caught at about the 6. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. You can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
After the penalty, it's McCoy. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills draw a bit closer. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
No. Check. Patriot.
Mayfield to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jerry Hughes in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 14.
Here we go.
Here's Mayfield. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. Taylor will bring the Bills up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From midfield now, here's Taylor. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Taylor now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Taylor with a give to McCoy. And a short gain down to about the 33. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 3rd and 1, it's Taylor. It's caught. Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They go back to the ground with McCoy. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons that... And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed, but this one is over.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Edelman was the intended target, and now it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Throwing, Mayfield. Trying for Edelman again. This time he's got it. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw, Mayfield. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Bills on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Taylor. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 23. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Detroit!
A first down carry here for Johnson. And some room to work. There goes Duke Johnson. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns add on to their lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Listen, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Now a play fake here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Taylor. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got his running back, LaShawn McCoy. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Here's Taylor to throw. And that is incomplete. It's dropped by his tight end, Charles Clay, and it's third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
On third down, Taylor. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And Hauschka missed it. Wide to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll get this up only to about the 33. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
All right, here we go. 3, 9.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Here we go now. 3, 9.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now the Bills will take another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short game when he took off running.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Taylor. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for Cleveland, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.